They say I might as well face the truth, but I am just too long in the tooth. So I'm an OAB and weak need, but I'm not yet quite gone to sea. I may be over the hill now that I have retired, fading away, but I'm not yet expired. Clapped out, run down, too old to save, 1 foot in the grave.
People, unique people, are the luckiest people in the world. Ta-ta, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Good morning.
Goodbye.
Dustmen still haven't been. I take it you were finished with those Sunday supplements?
Yes, I think so, yes. I think I've digested all the fascinating details of a day in the life of Acker Bilk. And a room of my own by Ken Russell. Wouldn't have thought there was much to say about a padded cell.
I thought we'd just have a sandwich when I get back. Assuming it's a big dinner tonight, we don't want to spoil our appetites. Oh, you won't forget to ring for the taxi, will you? The number's here, on top of the telephone.
Oh, God.
You're not back at this madness again. I thought we agreed to get him a new one, not put one together from old bits like Frankenstein's monster. How can we give my nephew this moth-eaten rubbish for a christening present? I told you, I rang that big store next to B&Q, and they're going to send us a catalogue.
I'm not forking out an arm and a leg for a simple child's toy when I can make my own. It'll look fine when it's finished. Just trust me.
You've never had the slightest aptitude for this sort of thing as long as I've known you. Tried to mend a Wendy house from the inside once. What happened? You got stuck fast and had to crawl around with it on your back like a giant turtle. Do you have to do that at the meal table, for goodness sake?
I got to take its squeaker out.
Well, do it outside, where it won't make a mess. Look, I've got to go. I'll be back about 12.
Right.
What time is it now?
30 seconds after the last time you asked me. Stop getting so agitated. They won't be here for another 3 hours.
Just pray to God they're interested this time. Because you know what's putting everyone off, don't you? I mean, who in their right mind would want to buy a house next door to him? Sooner share a cell with Charles Manson.
Sooner share a cell with Charles Manson sometimes.
Oh, dear God spare us all. This is a new one.
What is it?
You've got a teddy bear clamped in a Black & Decker workmate and gouging its eyes out with a potato peeler. Reminds me of the tiny toilet train, that ventriloquist dummy. Sprinkling big flies in his cornflakes each morning.
He's carrying out a cesarean section on it now with a Stanley knife.
Perhaps we drop the price by another 5,000.
Another letter from the solicitor here about Uncle Rodney's will by the look of it. Well, what do you think?
What do I think? I think I feel sick.
Sorry?
That's not a teddy bear. That's the abominable Dr. Fives in a fur coat. It's like the hideous product of a diseased mind. Poor child goes to bed with that at night. He'll have nightmares for the rest of his life. I think I need a hot cup of tea to steady my nerves.
I put a lot of work into that. I thought I made rather a good job of it.
Well, you can just make a good job of taking it out to the dustbin and pray that nobody with a weak heart lifts the lid. Oh, that would be Mr. Swaney. He said he might call round. Oh, are we still using his mother's carrot cake as a door wedge?
Oh, yes. Hang on.
to visit old Mr. Blackerby at the Sycamores nursing home.
Oh, dear, he hasn't been in the wars again.
Yes, he's the only one left there alive now, poor old soul. Yeah. The Rudolph Hess of geriatric care. Only, he'd just been rehearsing for the over-80s production of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber, and, well, you'd be surprised what sticklers they are for realism. Fortunately, the blood transfusion seemed to have done the trick now, and he's off the danger list, so that, Oh, morning, Mr. Muldrew. How's the world treating you?
Not too bad, thank you. How are you? You have a nice time in North Africa?
Lovely, thanks. Lots of sunshine. Oh, I brought you back a dead scorpion.
Sorry?
Yes, I thought it was something you'd appreciate. What with your collection of spiders in the airing cupboard and everything.
Collection of spiders?
Yeah, didn't you tell me once?
I don't think that was so much a collection as a plague, actually.
Oh, well, bit of a novelty anyway, isn't it, huh? According to the local superstition, it's supposed to be extremely unlucky. Supposed to bring down a horrible curse of evil misfortune and pestilence on whoever owns it. Would you believe such nonsense?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Anyway, better dash and, oh. That's interesting, isn't it? Looks as if it started working already. Right, well, bye then. And I may pop by later with some of Mother's dropped scones.
Oh, good. We can build a rockery.
Oh, you've kept it very nice, haven't they? And I really love the conservatory. Don't you go wandering off, Justin? Oh, what are the neighbours like, by the way? I mean, are they all right with young children?
Oh, what? Well, I mean, he's a positive Father Christmas, isn't he, darling? Yeah, real jolly old soul, you know the sort. No, they'll get on like a house on fire.
Definitely the best that we've seen so far, isn't it? By a long... Justin! Oh, my God!
Oh, come on. Wave goodbye to your 60,000 quid.
Still engaged. It's unusual for that taxi firm to let us down. You're sure you said 6 o'clock and not 7?
What's happened? That drippy girl's written it down wrong. Be much more concerned about what colour car I wanted than the time. Lucky if we get there in time for the cheese and biscuits now.
Good evening, Mrs. Meldrew.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Skinson. I'd forgotten you were coming tonight. Victor, can you get the football pool's money? It's by the letter rack.
So, how are you?
We're just on our way out, actually.
Looks all set to bucket down out there. Going out tonight, are you? Where is that? Somewhere nice, is it?
We're going out to the Checkers in it.
Somewhere nearby, is that? Or it's out of town? Thank you. And there's your coupons for next week. So, what is it? Is it a special do or what?
It's my old firm. They're having their annual...
You're driving yourself there or taking a taxi?
No, we're going by a team of elephants via the Himalayas, you know, just to
Only
vary the
if you're
journey for a
drinking,
change,
you'd be
you know?
much better off taking a cab, and then you can enjoy yourself, can't you? Without the worry. So, see you same time next week, then. Goodbye. Have a good time, both of you.
Bye, Mrs. Skinson.
Cheerio.
confirm you rang this morning. Quite helpful, were they?
But as helpful as anyone is these days, why?
Just that when you rang and asked them to send you a car, they asked you what colour you'd like.
Yes, God knows what they
They
want.
didn't say anything about the size of the vehicle.
No, why?
What the hell's this? This is your idea of a minicab, is it? It was on the doorstep. Well, what are we waiting for? Why don't we both jump in and go? A to B taxis, Victor, for God's sake. It was printed plainly enough on the front. On the other side was where I jotted down the number of that toy store next to B&Q. You must have realized that they were talking about... I give up. I just give up.
I don't believe it.
Still, in a world of faulty workmanship, it's nice to know that this is working properly. The curse of a scorpion.
Don't be ridiculous. You don't believe that. They're a superstitious total surely to goodness. So, what have they got to say about Uncle Rodney's will? Anything worth having?
Nope.
What's that long list then?
Just a load of junk he left. Says if I want to pick anything out, I can. Otherwise, they'll auction it all off and send me the money.
Must be something there, surely.
One willow pattern chamber pot. Chipped. One pair of false teeth. Cracked. One lace antimacassar. Ripped. One pair of hush puppies. Scuffed. One stainless steel milk churn. Stained. One souvenir from Stilton chessboard. Or is it cheeseboard? That's a misprint. Warped. One china basin. Broken. One plastic fried egg. Perfect condition. 14 chickens, 3 ducks, and a cockerel.
Real or plastic?
We kept them in that big field out the back. One man's bathing costume, right sleeve missing. One signed copy of the Harold Hare Annual, 1954.
Signed by who?
Doesn't say. One cot, back leg slightly damaged. One porcelain rhinoceros. Oh, that might be worth having.
What, a porcelain rhinoceros?
The cot. I remember seeing that in their nursery when I was a child. Lovely big Victorian thing with carved rosebuds and birds down the side. It's beautiful. They'd love that.
Who would?
Andy and Janet. For the christening. We're right up their street. Where were we? Lot 362. One cot, back leg slightly damaged. Well, it probably only needs a couple of nails. Even you should be able to manage that. Yes. I'll get on to that first thing in the morning. Have you set the alarm for 1:30?
Yes.
To empty the bucket?
Yes.
So much for the new tiles he was supposed to put up.
Don't worry, I'll get on to that first thing in the morning.
Well, see that you do.
I will.
Now see that you do.
I will.
Well, any joy?
Yes, I think it's safe to say I've had a very good day, all told. In the morning, I turned some water into wine. Then I healed a few lepers, and after lunch, I popped over and parted the waters of the Red Sea.
Did the man come about the roof?
No, but you can't expect miracles.
You waited in for him all day.
Yes, just 9.5 hours. Fortunately, I didn't have a chance to get bored because for 7 of those hours, there was 2 men in torn vests outside scraping shovels across the pavement. I believe it's a new concept in street theatre. I could play you some excerpt if you'd like. I thought we'd start off with this one. Symphony for Shovels in A minor. could listen to it for hours. Rather fortunate, really, because that's how long it lasted for.
You actually stuck microphones out of the window and recorded that?
Yes, and I'll tell you another thing as well. I don't like the way that Mrs. Stebbings' TV aerial keeps grinning at me.
Keeps what?
You look, up there on the chimney. It's like a huge face with a big silly grin across it, gazing right down at us, see? Someone up there's laughing at us, that's what that is. Laughing and mocking us over the great big practical joke called life.
Your imagination. I can't see anything except a TV aerial on top of somebody's chimney. Ow! Will you, for God's sake, turn that thing off? It's riding me round the bloody bend. I am giving this straight to the scouts for their jumble tonight. Gives me the creeps. Take my coat upstairs while I put the potatoes on.
(4291).
Mr. Meldrew?
Speaking.
Oh, good evening. You don't know me. My name's Jack. I'm one of the people that burgled your house a few weeks ago.
I beg your pardon.
I was wondering if you could just help us on a couple of points. You remember we half-inched the video of yours? One of them high-touchy, long-play models. Well, it's very good, don't get me wrong. Records great, with smashing picture and everything. Only, we're having a bit of trouble working out the 14-day timer. I wondered if you've still got the manual to hand at all.
Still got the manual to...
Yeah, we can't make head or tail of it this end. As you can appreciate, we're out most nights breaking and entering. Don't like to miss home and away.
Don't like to miss home and away. What the bloody hell do you think I am? You still might be... How are you getting on with a three-piece suite, all right? Send the cushion covers over or put them through the wash for you.
I must need to take that attitude.
I'll tell you what bloody attitude I like, or you can just shut off. Hello? Hello? You callous, cold-hearted, thieving bastards! I'll have you straight up to this boy when I see you. I'll bloody well tear your liver out and give it to the cat. You see if I don't.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Tilsley.
Ah, yes. No, I'm sorry. I think we've got the wrong address.
And from what I heard, the hospital fitted him with a completely new one. And now he can play snooker with it. Sorry? Oh, no. We got rid of that last week, didn't I tell you? I gave it to the scouts for their jumble. And since then, touch wood, we haven't had any bad luck of any kind whatsoever. Quite the reverse, in fact. We had a note through the door this morning saying we'd won third prize in the Women's Bright Hour Monthly Lottery. Yes. Victor's popped round there now to pick it up. Yes, I hope so. Right. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Mum. Okay. Bye-bye. Well, what was it? Anything nice? Joking.
I swear that grin of Mrs. Stebbings' TV area got bigger when it saw me coming back. Now we know where they get their crappy lottery prizes from.
The bloody thing's bewitched. Well, do anything, but just get rid of it before we have any more bad luck. What is it? What is it?
You're too late. Couldn't get a reply around the front, so I thought it's safest to leave here. Hope that's okay.
I was in the bath. I thought it was those Jehovah's Witnesses come back again.
Dear Mrs. Medlaroo, thank you for your letter requesting lot 362, dispatch of which we are now authorizing. We will notify you of the proceeds of the remainder of the estate in due course.
I didn't imagine it. It said cot. You saw the list as well. One cot, back leg slightly damaged.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I wonder what China Basin was a misprint for. Chinese bison? I think this puts my little blunder with a taxi into perspective, wouldn't you say? I mean, it only takes a bit of common sense. What do they think we want this bloody cow for in the first place? Start up our own dairy in the potting shed?
We can't keep it here.
Of course not. I'll just slip it into the freezer with the beef burgers. You stay here and keep her talking.
Victor, you don't want to leave me with it? Victor? Victor!
Evening, Mr. Meldrew. You left your front door open. You want to be careful of that, you know. There's a lot of nasty people about these days. So, how's everything with you this week? All right?
No, we've got a car in the back garden, Mrs. Skimpson, which I'm sure you'll appreciate. It's not all right by any stretch of the imagination.
I'll help myself, shall I? £4.20. That's lovely. And there's your ones for next week. Oh, that's nice. Never seen anything like that before. It's very unusual.
Right, you can have it. It's yours.
Oh, are you sure, Mr. Meldrew? What is it? Some kind of paperweight, is it? It's very heavy.
No, it's an evil talisman, actually, that brings a curse of bad luck and horrible misfortune to anyone who owns it, actually.
I give it to my son. He loves anything like that. So, see you same time next week, then. Bye, Mr. Meldrew.
Goodbye, Mrs. Skimpson. May God have mercy on your soul. Hello! Is that Danziger Prosser in Kemp?
I mean, if you think of some of the rabbit hutches we've seen, it's very spacious. And you've got the south-facing front window, which is a real sun trap in the summer, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah.
And the outlook, well, we've always really loved it. And you've got the curtains in here, as well as upstairs, which are only about a year old, aren't they?
You've got the mad cow in this.
What happened? Is it Mrs. Skimpson? What happened?
Mugger, apparently. Young bloke with the flick knife just leapt out in front of her in the alley.
Oh, God. She'd only just been out of the house not long before.
And give her that scorpion.
I know. That's luck for you.
Yes.
God knows what she'd have done without it. Hey, Mrs. Skimpton?
It was the first thing that came to hand. I didn't even think about it. I just lashed out. Wallop. I'm afraid I caught him hard on the right temple, and he went out like a light. Bow. Deadly weapon, this, Mr. Meldrew, in the wrong hands.
Right.
Makes you wonder. Must be someone up there looking after us. Do you reckon, Mr. Mildrew?
Yes. Well, some of us.
They say grave. They say I might as well face the truth, but I am just too long in the tooth. So I'm an OAP and weak need, but I'm not yet quite gone to sea. I may be over the hill now that I have retired, fading away, but I'm not yet expired. Clapped out, run down, too old to save, 1 foot in the grave.
People, unique people, are the luckiest people in the world. Ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Good morning.
Goodbye.
Dustmen still haven't been. I take it you were finished with those Sunday supplements?
Yes, I think so, yes. I think I've digested all the fascinating details of a day in the life of Acker Bilk. And I wrote my own by Ken Russell. Wouldn't have thought there was much to say about a padded cell.
I thought we'd just have a sandwich when I get back. Assuming it's a big dinner tonight, we don't want to spoil our appetites. Oh, you won't forget to ring for the taxi, will you? The number's here, on top of the telephone. Oh, God. You're not back at this madness again. I thought we agreed to get him a new one, not put one together from old bits like Frankenstein's monster. How can we give my nephew this moth-eaten rubbish for a christening present? I told you, I run that big store next to B&Q, and they're going to send us a catalogue.
I'm not forking out an arm and a leg for a simple child's toy when I can make my own. It'll look fine when it's finished. Just trust me.